What if one plastic quietly built our world? Meet polyethylene, everyday life's hidden backbone. Look around you for a moment. The plastic bag you carry, groceries in the bottle holding your drinking water, the packaging protecting your food, even the pipes delivering water to your home. There is a very high chance that all of these are made from the same material, a plastic so common that the world produces over 100 million tons of it every year. That material is called polyethylene. But here's the surprising part. Polyethylene was actually discovered by accident. And today it has become the most widely used plastic on earth. In this video you will learn what polyethylene really is, how it was accidentally discovered, how factories manufacture it, the different types of polyethylene, and why engineers use it everywhere. So let's start from the beginning. First, what exactly is polyethylene? Now, polyethylene is a thermoplastic polymer. That sounds complicated, but the concept is simple. Everything begins with a small molecule called ethylene. Ethylene is a gas that comes from petroleum or natural gas during refining. When thousands of ethylene molecules chemically join together, they form long chains called polymers. These long molecular chains create the plastic we know as polyethylene, often abbreviated as PE. Think of it like building a long chain using tiny beads. Each bead is an ethylene molecule, and when thousands connect together, they form a strong plastic chain. The longer the chain becomes, the stronger the plastic material gets. This simple structure is what gives polyethylene its amazing properties. It is lightweight, durable, flexible, and resistant to chemicals, and that's why industries across the world rely on it. Now let's look at the fascinating history of polyethylene. The story begins in 1933 in England. Two chemists named Eric Fawcett and Reginald Gibson were working at a company called Imperial Chemical Industries, also known as ICI. They were conducting experiments with ethylene gas under extremely high pressure, but during one experiment something unexpected happened. Instead of producing the expected chemical reaction, the reactor created a strange white waxy substance. At first, the scientists believed the experiment had failed, but when they analyzed the material more closely, they realized something incredible. They had created an entirely new plastic. That material was polyethylene. What started as an accident would soon become one of the most important discoveries in the plastics industry. Polyethylene became especially important during World War II. At that time, radar technology was essential for military defense, but radar systems required cables with excellent electrical insulation. Polyethylene turned out to be perfect for this job. It was lightweight, resistant to moisture, and an excellent electrical insulator. Because of these properties, polyethylene began to be used in radar cable insulation. After the war ended, industries quickly realized its huge potential for consumer products. And from that moment on, polyethylene production began to grow rapidly across the world. Let's see how polyethylene is made today. It starts with ethylene gas made during oil or gas refining. Ethylene enters large reactors where polymerization happens. Polymerization means tiny molecules joining into long chains. Inside, high pressure, controlled heat and catalysts drive the reaction. Those conditions link molecules into long polyethylene chains. Afterward, the melt is cooled and cut into small pellets. These pellets are called plastic resin. They are the raw material for plastic factories. Factories buy pellets and shape them using machines like injection molding, extrusion, blow molding. From these tiny pellets, thousands of products are made daily. Polyethylene comes in several types, each tuned for specific uses. A common one is low-density polyethylene, LDPE. LDPE's loose chains make it soft and flexible. Common uses include plastic shopping bags, food packaging films, squeeze bottles. Another type is high-density polyethylene, HDPE. HDPE's tightly packed chains make it strong and rigid. HDPE is widely used for milk bottles, water pipes, chemical containers, and plastic drums. A third type is linear low-density polyethylene, LLDPE. It combines flexibility with higher strength. It's common in stretch films, industrial packaging, and agricultural films. Each type is engineered for different properties matched to product needs. So, why is polyethylene so popular? Several reasons. First, it's very lightweight, lowering transport and manufacturing costs. Second, it resists water, acids, and many chemicals. Third, it's inexpensive to produce for large-scale manufacturing. Finally, it's easy to process on standard plastic machines. Because of this, packaging, construction, automotive, electronics, and healthcare rely on it. You likely touch polyethylene many times a day without noticing. Examples include plastic grocery bags, food packaging films, milk containers, water supply pipes, shampoo bottles, and electrical cable insulation. In fact, roughly 1/3 of all plastic products are polyethylene. That makes it the most widely used plastic on the planet. From a laboratory accident in 1933 to becoming the backbone of modern plastic manufacturing, polyethylene has completely transformed our world. Without it, many everyday products we depend on simply would not exist. And as recycling technologies continue to improve, polyethylene will remain a key material in the future of plastics. If you enjoyed learning about polyethylene and want to explore more topics about plastics, injection molding and manufacturing engineering, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.